How's it going, racers? Welcome to the Cars and Canards YouTube channel. My name's Anthony. In today's video, we're going to be getting into some sim racing, and specifically we're going to be talking about the Fanatec ecosystem, specifically the Fanatec QR2 quick release system for your sim racing rig. Now, in light detail, we're going to go over the three options they have for you. Each one is going to cater to a specific need, depending on price point or performance, or depending on what you're looking to get out of the sim racing experience. Now, before we get started, I did just want to say I have bought all of this equipment with my own money. None of this has been provided to me for any under any sort of terms or circumstances. So this is completely 100% my thoughts and impressions on using each one of these items. If you are trying to get into the Fanatec ecosystem, now is the perfect time to do so. All of their wheelbases and wheels now have fully integrated over to their QR2 setup, so you don't have to worry about paying a bunch of money to retrofit and update all your older QR1 Fanatec gear. So now's the perfect time to get into the Fanatec ecosystem if you're looking for a high quality quick release, high quality sim racing gear. Now, if you do like what you see here and you want to help out the channel, I do have some affiliate links in the description below. These are at no extra cost to you, but they do help out the channel tremendously. So definitely feel free to take a look down there, see if you like anything, and go ahead, and if you end up making a purchase through one of those links, greatly appreciate it. Now, if you've been with Fanatec for a long time, you probably started out when they had their QR1 system. Well, QR1 has been completely phased out. You can still buy the adapters to retrofit devices to the QR1, but as far as when you get a new wheelbase now, it is coming pre-configured for QR2. And how you'll know is on the back of the wheel, they will come, if you order it with a QR2 hub, which I highly recommend because it does save you a little bit of money on the hub itself, but the QR2 wheels now come with this plastic spacer that brings the pin configuration a little bit closer to the base. That is a dead giveaway that your wheel, if you're buying a wheel aftermarket or secondhand, that's a dead giveaway. The wheel is configured for QR2 if the owner is not sure. Now, before we get into the quick releases themselves, you have two QR2 quick release wheelbase side. You have the Type M, which is a really nice plated piece of metal. This is going to be to retrofit your DD1 and DD2 older high-end Fanatec direct drive wheelbases, but it's a really nice piece, really high quality. I want to say this is about $130 to convert over to QR2, and then depending on which quick release you go with, you're going to end up spending roughly $200 to $300 to convert a wheelbase and a wheel over to the QR2. But once that's done, you're going to love it. From my experience, QR2 is significantly better in every single way than QR1, hands down. It's not even close. And then for the newer wheelbases, they're all coming with pre-installed, again, QR2, but they have a Type-C connector on the back. A little bit simpler to install, a little bit easier to do it yourself, a little less to worry about. But so there's your wheelbase side QR2s. Again, this I believe is like $139.99. And then at time of recording, and then the Type-C base side, which I have installed on my rig right now, I believe is $79.99. So you're gonna need one of those two depending on what base you have. But again, all new bases and all new wheels are coming with the QR2 now. All right, so moving on to our quick releases. We have the QR2 Lite, the QR2, and the QR2 Pro. Starting with the QR2 Lite, it is a plastic composite, I believe it's like a glass infused wheelbase quick release. It's pretty sturdy, but you can definitely tell it's got that mechanical plastic feel. So pretty straightforward. It does limit you when you're using this QR2 Lite. It does limit you to using only 8 Newton meters of torque for your base. So if you have a base that puts out over 8 Newton meters of torque, putting this on it will prevent the base from outputting its full maximum amount of torque. And I guess it seems pretty strong and rigid. And I've been using it over the last week or so, and I haven't noticed any flex, but my wheelbase isn't putting out, 15, 20 Newton meters of torque. So there's probably a reason why. I'm sure there's a reason why. Probably just for long-term reliability purposes. But in terms of like what you're getting for, I think these are like $60 or $70. Not bad. The amount of rigidity that you notice when you're driving it back to back with one of the metal ones, at the power level that I'm dealing with, I really can't tell the difference. It's really just the mechanical engagement. When you do slip this on to the wheel side base, you don't hear it really engage. So when I do have this installed on the wheel and I do put it on the wheelbase, I do have to check, just give it a quick peek, make sure it fully seated, because when these two engage on the wheelbase side, you know that they engage because you hear that mechanical metal clack. Really nice, really solid feeling. It gives you that positive feeling of engagement and solid connectedness when you put one of these two on. So again, cheapest option, $60 to $70, plastic composite, but you're limited to 8 Newton meters of torque on your wheelbase. Now moving on to the more rigid options, we have the QR2 and then the QR2 Pro. The QR2, this is a solid piece of aluminum. It's black powder coated. Honestly, it looks really nice. I don't mind it at all. It's got a nice mechanical feel to it, really good springiness. And again, when you put this on your wheelbase, you hear it kind of, click on there. It's a really nice solid feel, and it's not going to go anywhere. And then to release it, you just simply pull it back. So in terms of that, this one's really, really nice. For the price, again, this one is about $110. This is probably going to be the one that most people go with. You're not limited to any maximum amount of torque. And then in terms of that price, when you jump up to the Podium or the Pro, it's a significant price difference. And the only reason I see someone choosing the Pro over the this regular one is maybe for that gold finish. It does look fantastic. The flat semi-gloss black versus the black powder coat, but they're both made out of aluminum and they're both solid and metal. And I'm sure if you strength tested each one of these, this is completely a guess, but it probably gets within 10% of the strength of this one. I haven't noticed any difference in the two when I'm using them. All right, and now moving on to the Pro. This one again comes in at $230. Now, why would you need to spend $230 on a quick release? And honestly, truth be told, you don't. If I was just going to buy one, or if I needed to buy a couple, because I had multiple wheels and I didn't want to, swap these over back and forth, I would probably end up buying the regular QR2 because this is double the price of this. And unless you're really into aesthetics, there's really no reason to get this. I do like it. The mechanical feel, it feels like, marginally better than the regular QR2. Now, if you did have an expensive wheel, I could definitely see why you'd want, a high quality or the highest quality quick release that Fanatec offers in the Pro. But if you don't care about having, an expensive wheel on a cheaper quick release, then by all means go for it. I guess really the huge selling point on this one is this is actually FIA rated. If you order the M4 GT4 Fanatec sim wheel, it has passed all homologation requirements to make it FIA legal, so you can literally bolt your M4 steering wheel to this quick release, take it off your sim rig, and basically hook it up into the car. But for sim racing purposes, this is definitely, I would say, overkill. But again, if you just want that nice finish, a little bit more maybe strength and rigidity, then the QR2 Pro is for you. But it's definitely a hard pill to swallow to go from double the price of this one and 4 times the price of this one. But then again, it does have a very nice, mechanical connection feeling. No play, no deflection, no wiggling, no clicking, no clacking around in there. It is just a solid, locked-in connection. So you definitely don't have to worry about, intermittent disconnection. You're no longer going to have a quick release connection issue with your wheel rim and your base. Now with these upgraded QR2 quick releases from Fanatec, I've been happy with it. We have a third wheel on the way. We ordered the Mustang GT3 VPG Sim replica sim racing wheel. I've got a quick release for each one of these wheels now. So definitely the Mustang GT3 wheel is probably going to get the podium one. Just it's the most expensive wheel, so it's going to get the most expensive quick release. And then as far as which one of these gets the QR2 Lite and the regular QR2, it really won't matter because, again, the wheelbase is the limiting factor in this scenario, not the quick release. Let me hear all your feedback and comments in the comment section below. Definitely like to field questions and see what you have and hear your thoughts and opinions. All of it is welcome. Hope you found all this information helpful. Hope you found my input valuable. Let me know in the comment section below which QR2 quick release system is your preference. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button on your way out, and we'll see you on the track.